LA this week.
The nation's very first publicly available earthquake warning app is now downloadable for LA residents. I'm Gil Reyes with more on how a few seconds can mean the difference between life and death.
I'm Anna Marcos. Nature and catastrophic disasters exploding together. That's the idea behind this exhibition. We'll have more coming up.
Hundreds of homes just like this one have been burned down in Malibu's Woolsey fire. Today's tour is witnessing the devastation firsthand. That's coming up.
Hey everyone, I'm Yana Kay. Here's what's happening in LA this week. Living in LA, you never know when an earthquake will hit, but imagine if you can be warned ahead of time. Well, now you can, thanks to a new app that could save crucial seconds, not to mention lives. As Gil Reyes reports, ShakeAlertLA is up and running, and it's free.
Just before the big one hits, wouldn't you want a warning first? A few precious seconds, sometimes a minute extra for you, your family, your classroom to drop cover and hold on.
And Shake Alert right here will do just that. It will actually preserve lives. That is the purpose of this app.
At City Hall, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti announces the launch of ShakeAlertLA, the nation's first publicly available earthquake warning app. Is for now available to LA residents only. Hundreds of seismic sensors throughout the West Coast locate quakes and trigger warnings. Seconds later, this message on your smartphone and this sound. The warnings are for earthquakes 5.0 magnitude or greater.
If the epicenter is right below my feet, I'm not going to really get any notification because it's happening. But if it's at the out at the San Andreas Fault, or if it's somewhere else that's maybe 30 or 40 or 50 miles away, I'll get 10, 20 seconds notice. In some cases, people get a minute's notice.
Now, this free downloadable app is available on both Apple and Android phones. Simply set your location settings to always on to receive notifications even when the app is turned off.
Yeah, the City of LA IT agency was instrumental in working with U.S. Geological Survey and Mayor's Office to get ShakeAlertLA out.
In fact, it coexists with another emergency alert system from the city, Notify LA, which sends emergency warnings through email and text message. And the city's looking to improve.
One of the biggest complaints from residents in a disaster is we didn't get the communication quick enough, and so that's something we're looking at. So maybe for a wildfire scenario or an active shooter, how do we get the message quicker?
For earthquakes, there's the ShakeAlertLA app. Download it for free at the App Store or Google Play.
Now, these warnings could allow Metro to stop trains, doctors to stop surgeries, and students to seek shelter before a quake arrives in their area. The app is available in English and Spanish. From earthquakes to fires, we're all feeling the effects of climate change and seeing firsthand how quickly the devastation can spread. Amy Liu joins Councilmember Paul Koretz and San Juan, Puerto Rico's mayor as they join forces to find a solution.
Hundreds of homes just like this one have been burned down in Malibu's Woolsey fire. Today's tour is witnessing the devastation firsthand.
Paulette Koenig's mobile home had been completely destroyed. She says she couldn't have ever imagined that would happen to her.
I'm here with Paulette, whose home was burned down. Can you tell us about what happened that day in your experience?
Sure. We got a robocall at midnight, and it said that we were under voluntary evacuation. About 2:30 in the morning, I got a call from a neighbor saying to watch the news that the fire has gotten all the way to Oak Park and that we need to evacuate.
And I understand that that's your home. How does it feel just looking at it right now?
It's hard to look at. It's really tough. You know, actually the hardest thing that you wouldn't even think that's difficult is, you know, you go shopping to look for some clothes and you say, oh, this top would go good with this skirt. Oh, I don't have that skirt. Or this, you know, it just kind of jogs things. And that's really difficult.
However difficult that might be, togetherness in times of need was the theme for today's Climate Emergency Solidarity Tour. LA Councilmember Paul Koretz hosted Mayor Carmen Yulín Cruz of San Juan, Puerto Rico, to tour areas severely damaged by the fire.
In solidarity with us and the terrible fires that we've had, and this is probably one of the most devastated spots. Half of a mobile home park is okay, and the other half is completely destroyed and flattened.
Houses like this one have been decimated in the fire.
We never really thought that the fire was going to do what it did. Nobody ever does.
Climate change was the main issue that courts and crews aimed to take action for, especially after seeing a pattern with the California wildfires and hurricanes in Puerto Rico.
But the point is, this is because of our growing climate emergency, and the city has created a climate emergency mobilization department. We're all looking at local solutions, but things that can be implemented countrywide, worldwide.
Residents like Paulette had sensed the climate change.
We were at 4% humidity the day before the fire. It was so bad I felt like I was going to get a bloody nose. It was really dry. It was so windy. And I told a neighbor and I told our community manager that I think we're going to have a fire because it's just so dry. I've never felt it this dry.
I'm here with Mayor Cruz of San Juan, who's touring the devastation area today. Can you tell us what your thoughts and what you've seen so far?
You think of these devastated areas and you see them via the TV. And you see the devastation in the infrastructure. But to come here and see the pain that people have gone through, and understand that climate change is not about politics. It's about saving lives.
That motivated Cruz to come to California today for the first time.
It's something that I've seen in movies and TV shows and so forth. But you know, when you touch the people and you make sure that you are sharing with them this climate solidarity tour, it's important. On the one hand side, you saw total devastation, and on the other side, you saw the vastness of the ocean and how beautiful everything can be if we work at it together.
Climate change and other environmental issues are the focus of one local art exhibit as artists seek to raise awareness and send a message through their dramatic pieces. Anna Marcos takes us to the Unnatural Disasters exhibition at LA's Craft and Folk Art Museum.
The images in the Unnatural Disasters exhibit are beautiful, stark, strange, and often disturbing. They show our environment and all the catastrophes that man creates in it.
The colors are wonderful. It's just very creative, yeah.
Enter the Unnatural Disasters exhibition, and one of the first works of art to greet you is this bright yellow piece called Cooling Trend, a timely painting about climate change. And you will get a lot more than just bright, wonderful colors. This is the work of 80-year-old feminist and environmental artist Miriam Estes.
She makes very specific references in some pieces to let's say the Fukushima nuclear disaster or the Gulf of Mexico oil spills.
And what with priests setting themselves on fire during the bombing of Vietnam and oceans being drowned in crude oil and radioactivity, there is plenty here for the unique breed of art lovers who come to visit. Many are environmentalists themselves.
We've just kind of, as a species, just kind of like continue to just take from the earth without even thinking about the consequences.
The exhibit, located at the Craft and Folk Art Museum on Wilshire Boulevard, also draws art lovers, big and small, who are interested in crafts and fabrics. At any time, there are several exhibits going on here. Estes' work, for all its serious subject matter, uses plenty of textures, fabrics, paints, sculptures, and even glitter.
2 out of 3 of us really love art museums and crafts as well. Also like quilting very much, and some of this reminds me of quilting.
To some it may look like quilting, but to me this strong painting about a nuclear blast at Los Alamos reminds me of mutated cows. So it's all in the eye of the beholder.
I wouldn't have known immediately that was about the butterflies at Los Alamos escaping the blast.
She's using her platform and her tool as a way to bring attention to something that needs to be changed.
And if you want to create change and make your own art instead of just looking at it, the Craft and Folk Art Museum does that too. It holds year-round art-making workshops. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Visit the Craft and Folk Art Museum at cafam.org for more information. If you're looking to get your motor running, head over to the LA Motorcycle Museum and learn all about the history and influence motorcycles have had in LA and American culture.
Welcome to the Los Angeles Motorcycle Museum. We launched the temporary museum just about 8 months ago. We believe that Los Angeles needs a motorcycle museum.
In Los Angeles, it's a big city, and then so many motorcycle available and a lot of collector available, but it's nothing on a motorcycle museum. So I'm thinking, okay, let's make a motorcycle museum. So that's my goal.
We are now completing the phase of developing the temporary museum, and we are ready to secure the land for the permanent museum. We are talking about property in the Miracle Mile.
Southern California has so much motorcycle histories, racing, and then also the movies.
The real history of the Los Angeles Motorcycle Museum initiative really started with the Guggenheim show in New York. It was called The Art of the Motorcycle. There was a lot of people in the motorcycle community that thought that from that exhibit, that was really a landmark exhibit, there would be a lot of museum that would spawn from that exhibit, but it really didn't happen. This is one of the fastest motorcycles from the 1950s. We have motorcycles from the teens, from the 20s, all the way up to more recent motorcycles. We are a grassroots initiative. The mission of the museum is just the traditional mission of educating and preserving, and we are very excited about bringing this to Los Angeles.
You got a helmet? Oh, I've got a helmet.
Want to check it out for yourself? Tours are available. Find out more at thelamm.org. For nearly 2 decades, the Echo Park Film Center has been the gathering place for filmmakers to tell stories you won't see anywhere else. It's one of Echo Park's hidden gems. Take a look.
Echo Park Film Center is a nonprofit media arts organization in Echo Park, and we've been here 17 years. We're a micro cinema, so we have a tiny 60-seat cinema here in our storefront space where we show experimental and documentary cinema from around the world. We have the Femme Tour Truck here at Echo Park Film Center, and it is a touring festival of feminist films, and the curator is from the Basque region of Spain.
We are a platform that promotes art in the public space, and in this case we use the site of the truck to screen the movies there.
Well, usually there's a truck, there's an actual truck. The truck is not here tonight. So it's a rainy night in Los Angeles, we're indoors.
We try to identify the feminism as a political fight, but also as a human right, using the art as a social action tool.
It's an event that we love because it's showcasing a lot of films by a lot of different people around the world on a theme that's important to us all right now.
And after the movies, we normally make a party to celebrate.
I think sometimes media tends to be very selective, and people don't necessarily feel that they're a part of those stories. So anytime you can kind of break open that closed box and say, hey, we have a very diverse city here, and more of those stories need to be told.
I like smaller, independent studio stuff just because you can hear really, just different stories, but also different ways people are telling stories that don't fit into a traditional model. And so I really like these kind of smaller events for the intimacy of meeting other people. Chairs are here, you have to kind of bump into people and say hello. And that really kind of builds different film community stuff on its own, which is really great.
The Echo Park Film Center hosts a number of film workshops for people of all ages. For more info, visit echoparkfilmcenter.org. Over in Hollywood, it's another form of artistic expression. This one is a new K-pop exhibit that explores how music and contemporary art have the power to influence our thoughts and attitudes. Here's more.
LACE is the longest running contemporary artist space in Los Angeles. We're showing an exhibition called Take My Money, Take My Body, and it's part of our Emerging Curators program.
And my co-curator, Nare Choi, are this year's Emerging Curators at LACE. We wanted to do a show about K-pop because we really love K-pop, and we also wanted to see the ways in which it's connected to the world.
K-pop is such an interesting global phenomenon. There's so many fans doing amazing work out there, analytically, but also, creating original content.
I love K-pop a lot, but I'm not really a normal fan. But I know so many people that are, and I really don't think that they often think about their place as fans in K-pop, and I want them to really think about it more, which is why I made these pieces.
I'm dedicating this work called Parallel. I'm presenting it as a 3-channel installation. Through this piece, I'm making a connection with Korean contemporary culture and then Korean War.
There's a lot of conversation about whether or not the art world or art exhibition spaces are accessible, but we were more concerned with whether or not they're actually fun.
The show plays off of popular culture. It's referencing music and fashion from Korean popular music, and then makes connections to all kinds of contemporary art and politics.
If I want to talk about my identity, and if I want to talk about, how my country is at the moment, K-pop, I thought it was something that I can't really separate from, what's going on right now in Korea.
Really wanted to use this platform as an opportunity to bring something really fun and flashy and catchy into the space, and also take this time to celebrate this really fascinating cultural moment.
Okay, K-pop lovers, this exhibit is a part of the Emerging Curators program at LACE. That's Los Angeles Contemporary Exhibitions. For dates and times, visit welcometolace.org. Well, you don't see them very often, but there are certain times of the year when some cool sea creatures get washed up on shore. Cabrillo Marine Aquarium's public tide pool walks lets you see them in their natural habitat. Saida Pagan joined in on the fun.
What'd you find?
An adventurous tide pool walk on a sunny afternoon off Point Furman, learning about marine life up close and personal.
And this one is pretty small.
That's what educators at the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium are helping nature lovers experience and discover.
Being so close, it is a great opportunity to come out here as well as get a really guided tour by the educators here. A good chance for everyone to really see. Maybe they don't know the species or anything, they can learn a little bit as well as see everything.
Guided tide pool walks by the Cabrillo Beach Coastal Park are among the many interactive programs that the aquarium has designed. This outdoor classroom offers a great education.
We mostly saw hermit crabs. They were greenish with blue tips, and we saw 2 hermit crabs with green shells.
The Cabrillo Marine Aquarium is managed by the City of Los Angeles' Department of Recreation and Parks. Inside the huge complex are displays of fascinating sea life. Visitors can see sharks circling around in their tanks or view many different types of jellyfish. And they can see all sorts of interesting sea creatures and plant life. The Cabrillo Marine Aquarium is a very special place. It has the largest collection of Southern California marine life in the world, over 160 species. The aquarium also has an exploration center with interactive exhibits, and there's a nursery inside for scientific research.
You come here, you get to see animals that you would normally never see otherwise, or maybe only see in a picture in a book. And here you can walk right up to the tanks and see them. And again, they're all animals that just live right here, right off the beach.
Many families come to the aquarium time and time again. The older generations take pride in introducing it to the younger ones.
I've always loved this museum. It's one of my favorite places to go, so I want them to have the same love.
Those who went on this tide pool walk say the experience has opened up a whole new world for them, increasing their understanding of the mysteries of the ocean and their level of respect for nature and the environment.
More than 350,000 people visit the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium each year. But if you prefer to get up close with some of the ocean's largest mammals, the aquarium offers that too. Whale watching and dolphin tours are in high demand, so we jumped on board to see if we could catch a glimpse.
So what are we looking for today? We're looking for blows. The gray whale blow is about 6 to 10 feet high. We are expecting to see some of our friends, the common dolphin, and we are hoping to see a variety of whales. Gray whales, humpback whales, or fin whales are in the area right now, so we're just hoping to cross paths.
Southern California is one of the best whale watching locations in the world. In this general area, we can expect about 30 species of whales, dolphins, and porpoises.
Oh my God!
It is a great opportunity to see what lives really just outside this huge metropolis. Every trip is different. You never know what you're going to see, but there's always something amazing out here.
Did you have a good time seeing the dolphins?
Yeah, but I really want to see whales.
Now, how cool is this? The aquarium has been doing whale watching tours for 48 years. To see how you can join in, go to CabrilloMarineAquarium.org. From origami to kaiju, we joined the Japanese American National Museum as they celebrated the Year of the Boar.
So today is the museum's Oshogatsu program. It's celebrating the new year, and this is the Year of the Boar. We have demonstrations with candy making. So we have Shan, the candy man, who's a few people who still makes rice candy sculptures, and so he is making boar sculptures this year. We also have origami making. They're folding boars this year. And also we have activities where they are folding boar ears for hats. Kaiju versus Heroes, which really looks at the artist Mark Nagata and his experience with Ultraman and Godzilla and toys of that nature coming from Japan, but really making it the Japanese-American experience.
I think it's fantastic because it gives people like me of the older generation and even older generation an opportunity just to be nostalgic and feel good on great memories. And it also gives a new generation and the newer people like ideas to like reboot a few of the classics.
The Japanese American National Museum exists to really tell the experience of Japanese Americans from immigration in the late 1800s till today. So we do have a core exhibition that talks about those experiences, particularly around the World War II experience when Japanese were incarcerated.
We learn new stuff that we didn't know, and we need to know our history all around the world, so we're not going to make the same mistake again and again.
Kind of opened my mind about how we should be polite to each other, how we should respect other people's traditions.
And I think for Angelinos, they come out to this museum because it is a focus on Japanese American history and culture, and today they're really getting to experience what LA is all about in terms of the diversity that is represented in Los Angeles. Check our website, www.janm.org, and we'll have a listing of all the things that are happening all year round.
A new playground is unveiled for kids in Arleta. Hollywood visitors get some help in getting around, and free trees are coming your way. All this in Citybeat. Welcome to Hollywood. Navigating Tinseltown attractions just got way easier thanks to a series of new signs in the Hollywood Entertainment District. These colorful Art Deco signs are designed for pedestrians seeking, well, just about anything Hollywood. Councilwoman Neri Martinez cut the ribbon on a new playground at the Branford Recreation Center in Arleta. Kids will love the new park's amenities, which include an environmentally friendly play area, shade canopies, and oversized kid-friendly musical instruments.
Improve them, keep them nice and clean and safe for our families to enjoy on the weekend.
City Plants is back with another free tree giveaway for city residents. Improve the canopy of your home, business, or community today by visiting cityplants.org to get started. Ah, there's nothing like a little shade. Her dedication and commitment to her community is unwavering. At 91, she's been giving back for most of her life, and now she's the one getting special recognition for her many years of service.
Barbara Newbold, 91 years young, began her work with the Salvation Army 71 years ago in 1947. For your service and dedication, Barbara, you are being awarded today with our first ever Community Service Award.
Thank you so much for this lovely award.
Well, one of the most important things that we can do in life is to leave a legacy. Barbara Newbold has certainly left a legacy in the Salvation Army.
Barbara has been a surrogate mother and spiritual mentor to many, always with empathy and respect.
It's something that is very close to my heart because my oldest brother has also worked for the Salvation Army, and so I know the amazing work that Barbara has done.
We're humbly honored to know that when families are faced with hardships in life, the Salvation Army is the first place they turn to.
I said if I had it all to do over again, I would do exactly the same thing.
She has really demonstrated, I think, what it means to give back and making life better for others. And that's exactly what Barbara Newbold has done.
I feel very honored.
Celebrate LA's diverse culinary scene during the latest Dine LA. Get transported into a world of contemporary art and take in a special screening of a Sundance-winning documentary. All this and things to do. Angelinos, don't start that New Year's diet just yet, because you don't want to miss out on Dine LA for winter 2019. Visitors and locals alike can enjoy specially priced lunch and dinner menus at over 400 participating restaurants. This 15-day dining event will offer the world's most distinctive and diverse culinary experiences you can find in SoCal. Sample the winter edition of Dine LA, happening January 11th through the 25th. For more details, be sure to check out DineLA.com. While you're in the Arts District, go enjoy The Figurine, a new visual concert happening at MASH Gallery. This latest work by Hallam Machian aims to explore the similarities between color theory and musical composition using action painting and live models. Don't miss Figurine at MASH Gallery going on January 19th through March 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. Located at 1325 Palmetto Street. For more, visit mashgallery.com. Junior High Los Angeles is screening the award-winning film Matangi Maya MIA. This documentary film details the remarkable journey of Sri Lankan performer MIA, from refugee immigrant to pop star sensation. Be sure to catch Matangi Maya MIA on January 19th at 7 p.m. or January 20th at 2 p.m. at Junior High Los Angeles, located at 5656 Hollywood Boulevard. For tickets, visit juniorhighlosAngeles.com/calendar. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more of LA This Week.